Choosing what you will do for your business and choosing how you will do it takes completely different thinking. The what can be very easy. It can be that pull that God has put on your heart. It can be the things that you are really good at doing, or it could be a job that you are already doing and it's just an extension of that. But it is in the how. That's where you get to shine in your own unique way. Let me ask, what is helping you to stand out in your industry this moment? Where do you actually see a need and you know that your solution is perfect to fulfill that need? How can you create your own business style? Now, I know you may feel like you don't have enough of the right credentials or qualifications to do what you feel God is calling you or leading you to do. You may not have the expert status that you think you need, but hear me out here. What if I told you that positioning yourself as the expert is more about your solution, what you have to offer? It is actually a combination of those qualities and experiences only you possess that will help you to build your God-centered business. So no matter if you're in a saturated industry or not, you can be the expert at what you do because of how you do it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at what you possess right now that will first set you up as an expert, the expert, and second, what you can do to build your expert reputation. Join me. Hello there, wise woman. This is DeneenTB, your Christian business growth strategist and clarity coach, helping you to truly understand your design and how God is using it to help you have the business that serves Him and attracts your ideal clients. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for being here. So let's chat about something that we can all relate to get started here. Have you ever said any of these things to yourself? Things like, I'm just not good enough or smart enough or important enough or useful enough or likable enough or attractive enough or enough. I know we all have. God has designed you so uniquely. He has given you your personality. He's given you your talents, your gifts, and your abilities to use for His glory through your business because you are the expert at doing what it is that He wants you to do because only you can do it in your way, in your design. So what does that mean? Well, that means that you possess inside of you right now, just like me, everything you have is the beginning of setting yourself up as an expert. So what is it that you possess inside? It is your knowledge. Now, knowledge has a lot of things we can hang off of it. It has a lot of things with your expertise and your experiences and your values and all the things that we talk about in Calling Clarity. But it starts with what you know. The easiest way to think about this is to start with all of those degrees and or certificates that you have. And think about all those hobbies and other interests that you have really dedicated lots and lots of your focus to, your time to, things that you love to do. When I think through this type of a list about me being an expert, I think about the fact that I do have a master's degree in education. I do have missionary training and experience. I have a certificate in other types of training, or lots of certificates in other types of training, like discipleship, social media, all kinds of things. That's a big gamut, right? All the things in between. And when I think about the other interests that I've had over my lifetime, where I've actually spent a lot of time, energy, and focus, I can say that I'm an expert at drama because I was acting, I've written dramas, and I've directed. I'm good at business because I've had coaches, I've read tons of books, I've done online courses, all those things. And I'm really good at Bible. I went to a Christian college. I trained as a precept Bible teacher. I've led other Bible studies with women over the years. And I've done those in 2 languages. The proverbial they, say that it takes what, 10,000 hours of study and experience to actually say that you're an expert. So let's break that down into some like reality here. If you were to do it for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, that would be 250 weeks to get to that 10,000 hours. That's almost 5 years. You didn't even study that much in college. At least I don't think you did. I didn't. So what I want you to do, you didn't know you were going to have an activity, so get out some paper and pencil to take the notes or to do homework afterwards. Right now, what I want you to do is I want you to make a list of all of the hobbies, the activities, the classes, the books, the podcasts, the videos, the documentaries, the degrees, everything. Everything that you have done, that you've invested yourself in to get the knowledge that you actually have right now, because that is part of your design. God has allowed each interest to become part of what I call a beautiful mosaic of your life. You may have the same degree as someone else in your industry, but I bet they don't have this same, what I'm calling the expertise areas list, the one you just created or the one that you're going to create after the video. When I think about my own list and what that looks like and how I can apply it to my business, I think about the way that my drama background shines through in my business. I'm a business strategist and a clarity coach who really thrives on stage by giving motivational talks. I am very comfortable talking to people or talking them through a process, whether I'm in a workshop, in a lecture hall, or in a big auditorium. My drama background really gives me confidence. It gives me presence and the ability to show up uniquely. It's part of the reason that I chose YouTube for my business. And I have been teaching since I can remember. Getting a degree, that was just part of the step in the journey. God does sometimes call us to do things that come very easy to us. I know he did that for me. I'm the type of coach that is going to give you homework. As you always know, I'm the teacher directive coach. And the one thing that I really love about teaching is I love curriculum development. I know that's kind of a really nerdy thing. I get a real kick out of creating a tool or a process, creating something new that is useful for my clients. That's why continuing to create resources in the Calling Clarity program is so important to me, because I'm never just one and done. And then, of course, there is my insane amount of Bible study that I've had over the years. Once in college, I went to a Christian college. Remember that part? I just want you to remember. I had a professor tell me that I should be a theology major. And of course, I said, no, I don't think I want to do that. I also grew up in church. So I was a student of the Bible throughout my entire schooling process, elementary and high school, in an activity called quizzing. So what we would do is we would study the Bible, a book of the Bible, or questions from the Bible, and then we would go and compete against other churches for that. So I just had that ingrained into me my whole entire life. However, creating a business focus around the Bible is something that is very unique, and showing others what God wants them to do with their business is something that it just gives me so much pleasure and is an honor for me to do, even though it's sometimes very scary. What I love, though, is that I get to show Christian businesswomen really how to apply God's word to their lives and to their businesses. So you are enough. I want you to hear that. You are enough. I don't want any more talk about not being the expert. You have the expertise that you need so that you can actually position yourself uniquely because of all these combination of things that you put on that list. Remember, we're calling it the expertise areas list. Okay, so the second part, after you know what you have inside of you, that's the beginning. The second part to positioning yourself as the expert or as an expert is to build your expert reputation. So how do you do that? I know some of you have heard me say this before. It is to be consistent. I have said that so many times before. The first thing that builds your reputation is consistency. That's the key here. That's what's going to unlock this expertise in you, the reputation that you have because you're consistent. You need to show up the same way, always, always, always. Saying the same thing, doing the same thing, doing what you say you're going to do. If you are all over the place with your moods and your message and what I call your madness, you will not build anything. Proverbs 22:1 says, choose a good reputation over great riches. Being held in high esteem is better than silver and or gold. Actually, it says silver or gold. Your expertise can only be shown to others if it is shown consistently. You can only position yourself as an expert if you're staying consistent in all areas of your business. Now, that's why it is super important first to know what your expertise is, what is unique about you, and why your ideal clients should actually listen to you. Let's face it, if you are not known, you cannot be considered. Hence, you cannot get clients. This all works together. It all works together because this takes time and effort to actually do this. One of the things I hear most often from my clients is, I can't find clients. Now, when I ask them where they're showing up online and where they're networking and when they're doing that, I get a lot of excuses about how they don't have time. They don't know how. They aren't being consistent. That's what the problem is. So building your reputation means actually carving out time to work, investing in the help that you need to know how, to do the know-how, to learn the know-how, and creating systems that help you to be consistent. Because you need to be known for what you offer, the problem that you solve, the expertise that you have. Your way of solving it, that expertise that you can only bring to the table, is what your clients are actually looking for, and they need to be able to find you. People are watching your behavior. They're watching your reactions to situations and how you respond to others. They're looking for how you show up the same way every single time they see you. But if you are not there, but every once in a while, they're going to forget about you. I meet women every week that tell me that they have been following me for years. Some I have met at an event. Others have seen me on my lives, in my Facebook group. Others have downloaded my freebies. Still others have found me here on YouTube. Let me ask, where are your clients seeing your expertise? What platforms are you on? In what ways are you showing your potential ideal clients that you have what they are looking for in your solution? Let me know down in the comments. Let me know what's going on with you right now. How are you doing with all of this? I have clients now that took years to decide that I was their coach. It was in that consistency of sending my content every week that really built my reputation, that I was going to stay around. I was giving the same types of messages, the same content. I was telling them how I could solve the problem with my expertise. That's what you need to do. I have a coaching business I know that is unique. I want to stand out from all of those other coaches out there. And I've discovered just what makes me show up in a unique way to my ideal clients. No one else can do that. And no one else has your unique combination of the skills that you have. No one has the combination that I have. You are the same. And when I got serious and I looked back over my entire life and I asked God to show me how my expertise could make me stand out the way that he wanted, he answered me. He gave me the process that I now teach others. And let me remind you, you are an expert. You have right now, you are enough. You already have what it takes to position yourself as the expert and to show up uniquely in your industry. Once you know that, then you can keep showing up in that same specific way so that you build a reputation that really grows your expertise. Remember, you have to keep learning. As an entrepreneur, that is so very important. As a leader, it's so very important. You actually have to decide what pieces of your life are you going to bring down into the mosaic that is now your business, because that's what's going to help you to stand out. Are you still not sure what you really want to choose from those pieces? What will bring the best focus for you, the best business for you to have a business that you love? I have a tool for you. It's called the How to Get Clarity worksheet. It's going to take that list that you just made and give you a few more exercises to really kind of round out all those pieces. It's something that will help you place all those things together so that you can really see the intersection of your expertise. I know some people call that the genius zone, right? There's really no secret here. God has equipped you with what you need to do what he's asking you to do. Sometimes it's just a matter of getting some help from someone like me to really just coax it out of you, to help you see it. Remember, if we do nothing, if we leave it in our head, we're not going to get the clarity. Clarity comes from action. And that's what Calling Clarity does for you. It helps you to take the active steps so that you can actually figure out how to best show up. Discovering your design, God's design of you. That's what we help you do, because when you know that, then you can learn to use the strategies of building that expert reputation. You're going to then show up, I love this, as the expert in your God-centered business. This is DeneenTB. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure that you like this video. Comment below about your unique expertise. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, be filled to overflowing.